Holy crap, we're back.
Somehow.
Hey, happy Groundhog Day, everyone.
Yeah, apparently it's a bunch more nuclear winter. I mean, winter.
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen a lot of groundhog news, so I was kind of wondering if the groundhog got deported or
You might have.
removed for being a DEI hire of some kind.
God.
Yeah, I think that does verge on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Todd, you're not wearing your Sunday bibs today. I'm a little
Oh,
disappointed.
they're. I got them. I got them. Just
Oh,
relax.
okay. Okay, cool.
God, you're needy.
We need to, who makes your bibs? Because I think we need to contact them about a sponsorship. Are they Oshkosh Bagosh?
No shit, you can't hardly find those. These are Dickies, which seems
Uh,
appropriate for this podcast.
well, kind of, because the sausage fest is a little less sausagey today because we have the bookkeeper with us today.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Now she is you said the better half, Mark, or Mr. Locksmith. Uh-oh. Sorry, I
Oh,
just revealed your true identity.
third wall break. Oh no.
SEAL Team 6 should be here to take me out shortly.
That's right. That's right. I have that much power.
Anyway, um we had a couple more. Last week we did questions from the TikTok folks after the ban was banned and unbanned and rebanned or whatever they're doing now. And we did have a couple left. And since we're all about being helpful here at Radio Mofo, hey, speaking of being helpful, Todd, I've been watching polar plunge videos this morning.
What, old ones or
Well,
contemporary ones?
contemporary ones. Apparently, it was going on here in town. Is that something you would do again?
Oh fuck no. I mean, I'm all for doing charity work, but I don't feel the need to throw myself into the dirty ass Mississippi River at sub-zero temperatures again.
It was kind of gross the last time we did it because there was
Oh yeah.
the river had frozen and then thawed and then frozen again. So there were a lot of these little tiny dead fish that were floating around.
Didn't you lose a shoe in there?
First time when I wore the dress, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Chuck Taylor is somewhere at the bottom of the Black River.
Could be down to Louisiana by now.
Yeah, could be. Could be on its way to Mexico.
Or
Wait,
some
it
giant carp just swallowed it whole.
could be in the middle of the Gulf of America right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Google Maps actually did it. They called it it now says the Gulf of America.
Gotta love it.
Anyway, since I think I would probably do it again, but only if we could do it as Radio Mofo, which means never.
I mean, they'll take anybody that gets donations to them. So if we go in there with like Radio Mofo t-shirts or painted on our chests or our backs or our ass cheeks, whatever.
The worst part for me, like the first year, yeah, it was cold, but the second year we knew better, and you strip down ahead of time, so you get
Yeah,
used to the cold.
that's the shit part is when you come out of the water, the wet clothes clinging to you make it worse.
Yeah, and the hot tub, it doesn't do much other than remind you that you're going to be cold again in a second when you run to go put your clothes back on.
Yes, and you go in that army tent to change into your hopefully dry clothes.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
think
probably sick from the hot tub.
the thing that the bookkeeper missed and that was kind of humiliating for me was the second time I wore a station shirt and I ripped that off and chucked it into the crowd as I was
Like
running
a
by.
wrestler. Woo!
Yeah, yeah, very much. Except I didn't realize that I was showing about 6 inches of plumber's crack in front of a couple thousand people and my family, which, I got crap. Like my dad was even going, "Why did you take your shirt off?" Because there were lots of other buff dudes out there. And I was just, full dad bod at 25.
Well, at
That's just
least you're
typical radio body.
That's true. We eat terribly because it's cheap.
The only
And
guy that didn't have a radio bod was Keith, because he liked to work out. He actually had pecs. I don't know
Yeah,
if he had a six-pack ab or not. He never took his shirt off, but he always wore tight shirts.
yeah, and he had the calves of a Greek god, which he liked to show off a lot.
Yeah, yeah. He'd wear shorts 9 months out of the year.
Bookkeeper, calves or biceps? What do you prefer?
Neither.
Ooh,
I could
neither.
care less.
He likes a big mane of curly hair.
See, the last time we had anybody's
Oh,
significant other on here was Romeo's girlfriend, and they broke up like immediately afterwards. So we have to be pretty careful about what lines we cross.
Well, Romeo is a man whore. I mean, the locksmith is the dedicated family man.
exactly.
True.
He is back out of a short stint of incarceration and said he's available. So we may have to see if he became a different kind of Romeo this time around during his incarceration. But anyway, the questions that we had from the TikTokers, we had two left. And the first one was really funny. That's why I wanted to go over and redo this. The first one is, why are my kids, this is definitely for the locksmith and the bookkeeper. Why are my kids so stupid? I'm not stupid. My wife's not stupid. Why are my kids so stupid?
Short form video content like TikTok that rots people's brains.
Well, kids these days have access to so much more than we ever did.
Why think when you can Google it?
Yeah. And you can just doom scroll for hours.
God, I've been doing too much of that lately.
Well, part of it is they are kids. They are going to do stupid shit. They don't have a context for things like adults do.
Nope.
That's
Exactly.
that's true. I it's at times cringe about the days when I was pretty sure I knew everything. And now I'm definitely turning into my parents.
I mean, little kids know things are bad because they get hurt. They get a shock. They cut themselves. They get a bruise. You know, as you get older, then you develop social bruising and you learn not to do certain shit unless you're a sociopath.
Yeah, I again, we've said this multiple times before, but holy shit, am I glad we didn't have camera phones around when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No kidding.
There'd be so many pictures of my junk on the internet that I didn't take myself, that other people did.
What?
'Cause
Wait a minute. Were you the naked kid?
I was always flashing people, or I'd wear loose shorts and not understand that one of my balls was like drooping out of my tidy whities. Or I remember in college I was dancing for some of my buddies' girlfriends, and I forgot that my boxer shorts, the flap didn't have a button in the front, so my
Oh
tackle
no.
kind of like popped out and said hello.
You
So
were, you were
yeah,
helicoptering before helicoptering was a thing.
no, don't give me that much credit. Yeah,
It was
just you know the twigs and berries bouncing around, having a good time.
it
It's
was
like, oh, hello.
it was more of a fidget spinner.
Sure.
It's
Like you
so,
say, got a grower, not a shower.
it's so nice to have a lady laughing at my jokes at Todd's expense for a change.
Oh, well, I love hearing that story. It was pretty comical. Puts you in another perspective.
Yeah, I know. That's why a lot of my buddies don't want to hang around me anymore because their wives have seen too much of my junk.
I mean, I would have been the one to warn you that your ball was hanging out.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that Ace Ventura, or is it, yeah, Ace Ventura, when he's like, your balls are showing to the guy in the jungle. Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee tuna.
It must have been
Anyway,
the second one that nobody watched.
yeah. The only funny thing about the second one was when he came out of the rhino's ass.
Right. Oh, God. That meme shows up everywhere. Even if you've never watched the rest of that movie, you just know that meme.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a lot what my colonoscopy was like.
It
Anyway,
was not.
okay. The next
As
one.
a recent recipient, I know that's not what happened.
Okay, the other one from the TikTokers, and this has to have come from a lady, because I already know the answer to this, but is why do men sneeze more violently and loudly than women? Ooh,
I
long
mean,
pause.
I just about black myself out when I sneeze sometimes.
Yeah, I've gotten whiplash before. I think I had a sneezing fit a couple weeks ago and I thought I broke a rib. But it's so worth it to just let it rip, you know? I don't get why do women do the pew 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 sneeze? Why not just let her go?
It's really annoying to hear women sneeze like that. But if it's a woman who's given birth, then it probably makes sense why they sneeze that way because they don't want to pee their pants.
Oh, well, isn't holding it even just increasing the pressure down there? Like if you let it out up top, you would think that the downstairs would have less to hold back.
I don't know. I had C-section, so I'm not affected by that problem, but many women who naturally give birth, then that's their problem.
Ah,
That's probably me so heavily because they'll literally pee their pants.
suckers.
Sucker.
All right. So after the TikTok questions got done, I went fishing for a bunch of other just helpful questions, some weird, some just dumb. Um, and I'm going to leave one for our guest today, right now, right away. We're going to settle something. Do looks and personality really matter?
I don't think so. I mean, yes and no. I mean, personality is probably the number one thing. I don't think looks are the top thing.
Hmm.
If
Feel
you're
like
doing a long lasting relationship, then yeah, you need personality because looks only get you so far.
Yeah, I think personality is number one. Like before Mark, I was really I mean, I'm still serious, but I was
oh
a
God.
really,
I thought you were going to say looks don't matter at all now, but okay.
oh
Don't be
no,
starting shit, Mikey.
he's so cute. But personality is definitely number one because he made me laugh so hard, like I couldn't even take it.
Thank God for that C-section, huh?
See, C-section destroys the body though.
Less likely to pee, I would think.
Exactly. At least I don't have that problem.
All right, I'm going to direct one right at Todd. Would you
I think
rather?
we started with fuck you. Now go ahead.
Some of these come from. There's a forum on Reddit called "No Stupid Questions," and that's exactly where I wanted to go with this. Would you rather beat up 100 toddlers or 100 old people?
Oh, definitely old people. They got it coming.
Old people. Oh.
The toddlers don't know what they're doing. Old people, they're making choices.
Thing
There you
is,
go.
And there needs to be, I'm all about justice, and there needs to be justice done.
the thing is, I've worked in nursing homes and I've had my ass kicked by old people, and they will surprise you. I could take 100 toddlers. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but they don't deserve it. There's no justice there. The old people probably did something horrible they got away with, and they must pay.
A toddler's going to learn something an old person already has and is using it against you.
All
Yeah.
right, next question.
Okay, I don't even know if you want to touch this one, but it's the next one on the list.
Oh,
This
fuck
is a
you again, then.
this is a legit question. What is the purpose of a butt plug?
I think it's supposed to actually kind of like loosen up the sphincter for later activity. Although I've seen like butt plugs in pornos where there's like a little like jewel in the end. So when they bend over, there's like a little shiny jewel right by their bunghole.
Yeah, I saw a video of a girl wearing one that lit up and she was walking down the street with a bleep bleep bleep.
Nice.
I don't know if that's a tracking device. I don't does the bookkeeper even want to weigh in on this one?
I mean, I just find them humorous, especially the ones with the horse tails.
Oh God. Yeah, Jesus.
I just thought that was like an emergency ripcord just in case you really needed to get it out of there quick.
Reminds me of that joke from Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. and it's in the beginning of the movie. He's like, you know why the cord on this microphone is so long? They're like, why? And he goes, or she goes, so it's easily retrieved after I shoved it up your ass. Love that one. See, that's a movie that needs a sequel, but I digress.
All right, next question from the no stupid questions. Um, is there something I can feed my dog to make his number two easier to see?
Ew.
Fuck, where do you, what the?
I
Blows
told
it.
you this took a lot of work actually finding these questions. But would you? I'm assuming it's because the dog like poops outside at night and they want to go pick it up. They want glow in the dark poop. That was. I went out of my way also to not read any of the responses to these because I didn't. I wanted to know your answers.
Something that
God,
was
I
found under a black light. I don't know.
What,
I almost want it to like dry overnight so it's a little less squishy.
yeah.
You just mix in a little concrete with their food.
No, but I suppose you could mix in like I don't know, like no, like sprinkles or sparkly stuff that won't digest, so it'll come out. So when it comes out, it's all shiny and sparkly.
Oh yeah, like those glitter capsules.
Glitter or feed the dog like Goldschlager and see if like the gold flakes come out.
I'm starting my own version of like the pretty litter thing, but for dogs, and we're gonna call it glitter shit.
Glitter
Yeah.
shits.
There's our new sponsor.
See, that's there you go. Get Ron working on that, and that will make one hell of a t-shirt.
I'll get that over to our sales department.
Nice,
All right.
nice. Marketing loves a challenge.
All right. Why don't people just tell their partner they like someone else instead of cheating? I guess it's why don't you just go ahead and own up to it before you do it?
Depends if you've got a home and kids together, you know, you've got your finances all tied together. It's just easier to go off for a side piece than to like bust all that shit up unless you really loathe your partner.
Then you just do
I
it.
mean, everybody knows people like, why aren't you divorced? You should be divorced. You should be living separate lives.
Please get
Even their
divorced.
kids are like, why are you guys getting divorced?
Doesn't seem like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We'll just leave that alone. Anyway,
Yay.
okay. Now, Bookkeeper, are you a pretty creative person?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. This person wants to know how do I become more creative without relying on drugs or alcohol?
I guess if they need to have drugs or alcohol to loosen up their sphincter enough to have fun, I don't think anything's gonna help.
Some people just aren't creative. There's nothing you can do to help them.
Yeah, some people aren't.
Yeah.
Some people just are not that creative at all. I don't know.
There's like classical musicians, they cannot do jazz. They can only do what's on the paper as perfectly as possible, but they can't like do freeform stuff or do solo stuff. They just don't have it in them.
Yeah,
Yep.
but then think about how many jazz musicians were just blasted out of their minds.
Oh, so much heroin back in the day.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how much we can actually help with that.
Well, I don't know if that goes towards creativity. I think that was more towards anxiety and stress.
Yeah, I suppose, but the performance anxiety too. I know a lot of
Now,
people.
cocaine will give you, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
LSD.
Performance anxiety will make you start a mosh pit during the jazz show.
That'd be interesting. Someone's doing like a saxophone solo, and they're all moshing down below.
Or you're at a blues show and Blind Willie comes and just starts punching out the crowd. Anyway, all right, now, I gotta throw another one at the Bookkeeper here. What's the secret to finding women that share your interests? Does it kind of depend on what your interests are? Like, I could think of a few of mine that are kind of weird.
Oh God.
I mean, social media is there. There's chats, obviously, on social media that you can track people down that you have the same interest of.
Facebook groups.
Facebook groups. Go to your local coffee house.
Fight clubs, roller derby.
Laundromats.
Go to the roller derby.
Yeah,
Book club.
see, the laundromat I think would be kind of weird though, especially if she's pulling out her underwear and you decide to make a conversation right at that time.
Yeah,
Or,
I mean,
or
they want to talk.
you're pulling out yours.
I mean, I've chatted some folks up in a laundromat before.
Yeah,
Back in the old days before I had a laundry machine in my own house.
yeah.
See, that's why I stick to exclusively to funny underwear or the Duluth Trading Company Buck Naked underwear.
Yeah, they have beavers on them.
Yep, they have beavers on them. Funny underwear story. I had a pair that had a big moose on them and it said "Wanna moose around." And after I had surgery one time, I was laying there butt naked waiting to get dressed. And the nurse had to make a point out of showing it to everybody while I was, oh, these are so funny. And she's holding up my underwear. I'm like, hey, stuff's wang dangling here. Let's go.
Oh, they've seen it all before.
Yeah, I know. They definitely, the weirdest thing about the colonoscopy was that 2 minutes or so I was laying there on my side just with my ass hanging out. And
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
I wasn't drugged up yet. I was really kind of self-conscious about my ass. I'm not sure why.
Prison.
Yeah, well, that
Okay. Oh, this one could be problematic, but we're gonna read it anyway. Um,
Here
should
we go.
should it be normalized for women to hit men so they don't feel so oppressed and will feel safer?
no. Why would women hit men too? How stupid.
I don't know.
Nobody should.
No, I respect violent women. I don't know.
I mean, if you like it, that's a whole different story. But
That's a different problem.
that's a different beast. But no, men and women, either gender, any gender, should not hit each other.
That sounds like the kind of advice that comes from a parent.
Well,
Well, maybe we are parents.
yeah.
Not a person that hangs out in sex dungeons, which goes back to our interests question.
I was just because you're a parent doesn't mean you don't hang out in sex
Yes, dungeons are equal.
Oh, all right, we're gonna have to have a second episode of the Kinky Cast today.
Deep cut.
Oh, snap. Snap.
Let me share a story.
Oh God.
When I was in high school, during homecoming, we always had like Potter Puff football games. And so our class of 92 was undefeated because we had this one girl named Casey. This is supposed to be like a touch football thing. And so the guys would be dressed up in cheerleader outfits, and the girls would all be wearing the football uniforms. And so Casey was a holy terror even in our freshman year. And she'd just go out and tackle girls bigger than her and just stuff them. And, so all the way through high school, like by the time we were seniors, there weren't too many juniors that wanted to like take us on because they knew that if Casey got her hands on them, she'd just snap them like twigs. And she was a country girl. She used to ride horses for fun. Our mascot was like a knight. It was a lancer. So she actually would ride a horse around the football field with a knight outfit on.
That's
But
awesome.
I just always think about like her and because all these other girls are like all the foofy girls, all the preppy girls, it's like they're doing their hair and their makeup to play football, and she's just in there, and it reminds me of Fast Times at Ridgemont High when the one brother's car gets destroyed and they blame the other high school, and he just decimates them one player at a time, and that's what Casey was like playing Powerpuff football.
Wow, so she broke horses and the spirits of young men.
No, young women. I don't. I think she got married. I didn't really keep tabs on her after high school, but I just remember like there's pictures in our yearbook. I had to find the biggest cheerleader to find an outfit to wear as a cheerleader.
Oh
There was
God.
a girl in our class who was like a double D, and so I had to wear like her skirt and her sweater because it was big enough in the chest area and the shoulders for me to wear. And no, you will not see those pictures. So tough
Wait,
titties.
wait, do they exist?
Oh yeah, they're in the yearbook.
Oh, it's a good thing. What year did you graduate?
92.
Okay, I can actually locate those, believe it or not.
Good luck, bitch.
All right.
I'm actually still friends with that cheerleader gal.
If anything, I've got an in with your mom. We'll figure it
No,
out.
you fuck you. You do not. She just knows you're this obscure guy I used to work with who says really unpleasant things that offend her delicate Lutheran senses.
I think she kind of likes it deep down.
No, no. Her bad boy days are way behind her.
All right. Mr. Locksmith, your turn. What's something that you are proud of, but you'd never get an excuse to talk about it?
Oh, never get an excuse to talk about it.
Like wrestling a bear.
Certain
Shoot.
former illegal activities.
I mean, I used to be able to just about break into anywhere when I was younger and take pictures of it. I was like an urban explorer. You've seen them people on the internet.
Yeah.
I used to. I'm the only person that I know that never got caught ever. No matter where I was, no matter what happened, no matter how many times I fell off breakwaters and like coughed up blood, I never once got caught. Not even
Jesus.
once.
Hmm. So your hidden talent would be you're an escape artist.
Yeah, I'm good at disappearing.
He's the
Well, then he's a hell of a photographer too. I've seen some of his pictures and they're fucking amazing.
the Houdini of bombed out buildings in Detroit.
Oh yeah, I used to have what was my name back in the day? Battle Axe. And it used to be you could mention my name and people would be like, "Oh yeah, I know that guy." No, you don't. Nobody knew who I was.
Like Kaiser Soze.
Yep, I'd be in a room with a bunch of people like, "Guys, I heard Battle Axe is coming down." Who? Who that? Well, the guy that takes the pictures. Oh yeah, yeah. I'd be standing right there the whole time.
That was kind of like when I used to tell everybody on the air that I weighed 400 pounds and
Oh
could,
god.
could walk out places. But where's the fat guy? I don't know.
Yeah, that one time with the corn maze.
Yeah, where I got outed. That
No,
was
but you were doing a live broadcast or an appearance. These kids run up to you and they're like, "Where's Mikey K?" And you're wearing a fucking name badge that says
yeah.
Mikey K with the radio station stuff on it, and they're looking for a 400 or 500 pound guy.
That was the time too that Jen gave me shit because I got lost in the corn maze and couldn't make my where I wanted to be for my break to talk to the people, and she could hear me running through the corn maze, going fuck, 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 fuck.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's see here. Hey, this one, I don't know why this one made me laugh, but it did. Is artificial turf a good replacement for carpet? I don't, this made me laugh just because I am so lazy that I had neighbors in Chicago that replaced their lawn with artificial turf. And I thought that that was the best damn idea ever because all you had to do is hose it off every now and then. But as carpet, the rug burn might be a little more intense.
Yeah, no kidding.
I guess it depends on what you want to do on the artificial turf.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think that's the deep down question.
What
do
kind
you
of
want to do?
activities? What are your activities?
Yes.
So much room for activities. All right, we got time for one last question. We can all do this one, especially because it is Groundhog Day today. If you could pick a day in your life to relive over and over and over, like Groundhog Day, you just had that same day over and over and over, what day would it be? First, we'll go to our guest.
That is a good question.
Mark is thinking if you don't say the day that you said I do, I'm going to be really upset right now.
You stop stirring up shit. God.
There's so many days. How do you pick just one?
I don't know. That's the question.
Our wedding day, and the reason for that is because we didn't even get to see each other hardly.
Yeah, our wedding day was kind of hell on earth. It was something else.
It was a great time, but we didn't get to whatever.
Oh yeah.
Was it because of all the in-laws?
Oh yeah, my family really turned it into a 3-ring circus.
Oh yeah, it was a shit show.
It's a shit show.
All right, that's a story we have to come back to for a future episode.
Wedding shit shows. I've DJ'd enough of those that were pretty awful. Usually the bride and groom is just so exhausted by the time that I would start. I just say, do you want to do all this formal shit or should we just play music and get drunk? And that what their answer was.
I honestly, I had to choose something this very second in this conversation. It'd be one of our days on our honeymoon.
Yeah, the honeymoon was pretty bomb.
Ooh, Lord.
Nice.
The origin story of the hat.
Yeah.
You were what?
The origin story of when I started wearing a hat. She said, you're never going to wear this hat. And I said, sure shit I am. And you know what? I wore a hat damn near every day since.
Every day.
Guys will prove a point till their grave, won't they?
Yep. That would be a day that I would repeat.
All right, Todd, what is your day that you would like to just relive over and over and over?
God, my good sexual experiences were so few and far between. I can't really say any of those. The awkward ones,
you can't count any with yourself.
I'm not counting with fuck you. A really good day was when I did that play down at the pump house.
Oh,
and afterwards, a bunch of our coworkers came to us to the bar, and they're just like all agog at what we put together, and just like, wow, that was really good. And like suddenly, my stock in the building kind of went up, and that felt good because normally, as you recall, working in that building, usually they're pissing all over you from upstairs.
Validation is few and far between.
Yeah. That was a good day. I could relive that because that was just a wild, crazy thing. Got a couple groupies out of it later on, but that never really lasted too long. They went back home to their boyfriends, but fiancés. But anyways, I digress.
I think I would have to say mine would be the day I just walked out of my high school for the last time. Graduation day. Walking out, have you ever felt more free in your entire life than when you just like walked out of something like that and you knew you never had to go back?
It's always satisfying.
Yeah. I mean, the other story
good dump.
Yeah, see that we think too much alike. Guys, I don't know. I think every guy remembers his best dump ever. Like the one that you almost had an orgasm, sneezed, and passed out at the same time. And
wonder you're really constipated and you finally got that thing loose.
I remember
the relief.
I remember where I was. I remember what I was doing before it. I remember what I did after it.
Little tap dance, little happy dance, like woo, 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 woo.
It was the first night that I DJ'd downtown in La Crosse, and I had to hold it for like 5 straight hours. And
God, how?
It was just such a great night combined with that poop that I think I did actually cry.
Geez, are we looping back to a butt plug now? I mean, how do you keep that up there for 5 hours?
We know the butt plug.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, if you knew the brothers that owned the place I was working at, one of them stood directly behind me the entire time. And with his connections, I was pretty sure if I fucked up, he was going to shoot me in the back of the head and just have me removed. So I didn't have to tense up as much as you'd think. It just was automatically. But my God, I almost actually got my roommates and had to show them afterwards. I know guys will do that, but
yeah.
I had a roommate that would bomb us with those. It'd be like, dude, come here, check this out in the bathroom. The sink's all weird. And there'd be this.
Look at all the corn.
there'd be this log that was just unhuman. That
Oh God.
you swore that it was several guys that combined a log, like a human centipede log kind of thing.
Oh. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
I don't know that we're ever going to get our guest back again, are we?
Oh,
Well, oh, go ahead.
She watches all the time.
Yeah.
When we're on TikTok, she's one of the viewers every week. So
not much phases me.
no, she's married to me.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you're married to me.
Ooh, there you go.
I'm not going to ask her if she's ever had a poop that she's been proud of.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, I mean, women do similar, guys do. We do similar things, take pictures and send them to our friends.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Todd said it. Corn poop.
Hold on. You know of girls that have actually sent log pictures to each other?
Oh my God. Yeah. Girls do gross things.
Yeah.
This is a complete revelation.
Yep.
I
Oh.
Mind blown.
yeah.
Mark knows all this because Mark's married to me, but
Wait,
Yeah.
yep.
have you ever held up your phone from a picture of one of your girlfriends of a log and then just stuck it in his face?
No.
No.
That's
Oh my gosh.
I've talking about things.
Yeah.
Well, we got
Wow.
about 60 seconds to wrap up this episode. Wow, it just got really poop centric. But anyways,
I like to end every episode asking what we learned, and I already know. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. I need to be alone for a while.
I know that next week Mikey's sister is going to be a guest on the show.
Ooh.
And after 20 years of me hitting on Todd's mom, he's finally going to have a shot at my sister.
I don't want to shout at your sister. I just want her on the show to see what happens.
Oh, God. Well, thank you again for joining us and ending the almost never ending drought of our sausage fest, Miss Booksmith, bookkeeper, book person.
Either one.
That's good enough.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.